Okay, I'm a punk. Okay, yeah, you a punk. You a big nigga. You ain't with it. You ain't with it cuz or blood or whatever it is. Okay, cool. I'm also 50-something years old, and I'm not finna be in the street duking them out on no aspect of, like, no, because it's just hood mentality. I've been there and done that. I got enough. I'm a business now. You get me? I got to lose.
A lot of shit.
Even if it's on the aspect of you wanna catch a fade, okay, and then what? We catch a fade and then somebody wins or loses, and then what? Now it's like, I told you I was gonna whoop that ass and whoop. Okay, but at the end of the day, ain't nothing changed.
And see, I'm gonna tell you
What's changed?
I'm gonna tell you
the
what happened.
podcast is still here. You're still not gonna, you get me? So what the is changed?
Ain't nobody till somebody killed. Dead presidents, jail caps get peeled. Give a nigga something they can feel. Represent the hood from now until still waters run in.
Yeah, we got a good 5-year run. We ran from what 87 to about 93. We got a good run in, and it just Menace to Society, the movie, started the end of our little clique. That clique with Ted Bohannon, and it was. I don't know if it was just time, but it always, when you look back on these situations, you go, this was so small compared to what the big picture was. But
nobody knew that Pac was coming out and gonna be on death row.
Right.
Okay, so Pac had his drama with Big and Bad Boy that had been going on while he was in jail. But me putting the Source Awards together, I didn't see any beefs. There was no problems at any point, between Death Row and Bad Boy at this point.
The first track we ever got on was the track when I was going hard on Master P.
Yeah, you was mad at P, man.
And then you was mad at P at that time,
I wasn't that mad,
no,
but
you
I was a
wasn't
little mad. But he was like, and I had to do the song with it, so it was like...
You did well with that Crip Hop album, nigga.
No doubt. It was independent. I think it would have did more, but I remember back then, Violet Brown was working for Warehouse.
Right.
Yeah, that's the
She was
homegirl.
telling me,
Shout out Violet.
take the diss record off, because I had a record dissing Snoop on there. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I think I should have took that motherfucker off. I ain't gonna lie. She was like, take that motherfucking record off, and I'm gonna order more copies of the album. You know what I mean? And at the time, I was a hothead. I was like, that. You know what I'm saying? I just kept the record on there.
In fact, I ain't gonna say the name of the hood, but there was a time when I did a song with Spider Loc from G Unit, and my started getting on my line talking about they had a problem with it. So I invited them to my video shoot on some G. I said, we about to shoot a video right here. I got a gang of bodies that are pulling up. You guys are more than welcome to pull up and let me know your issue in person, you know what I'm saying? So they did. They pulled up, and a couple of OGs pulled up, and they tried to get at me strong. And I had a couple of my homies with me, and they tried to speak, and I told them, nah, homie, I can speak for myself. So I got at the homie on the side and said, hey, homie, with all due respect, whatever beef you guys got, that ain't my shit. And at the end of the day, this is how I feed my family. I'm making music to put on for our community to be recognized. So you expect your little petty beef and your issues to hold back what I'm doing and my shit, homie, don't come to me and try to tell me how to run my business, like on some respectful shit. You know? Next thing you know, like 10 minutes later, they're in the video in the back doing the gangster boogie, you know what I'm saying?
Death Row had a lot of ops.
Yeah, a lot.
You know what I'm saying? And they wasn't trying to hear none of that old, hey man, I'm just rapping over there. They didn't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, we got into it a lot, man. We got in brawls, shootouts, you know what I'm saying? Like, following me around Lakewood Mall, you know what I mean? Trying to get that chain off me. You know what I'm saying? And niggas threatened to kidnap my kids, dog, behind that shit.
We was still active. We was active.
Yeah.
You know, the whole little war thing was going on at that time.
Yeah.
So we was over in that field right there. So when Warren was moving around making money, Budweiser, Superfest tour, he was taking them. We was still on the block.
In the turf.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On the turf, chopping. So when the opportunity came, Warren, got his situation and whatnot with that, there was a lookout for his immediate. Right.
You know what I'm saying? He telling us, I want to with y'all, cuz, but y'all need to slow down, cuz. I remember him coming over to the shack like, cuz, I keep hearing about y'all, cuz, y'all need to chill, cuz, just focus on rap.
Right before we met Russell, Mobb Deep walked up on us. The little walked up on us. I give them that. They walked up on us. Some little kids. You know, we was young too, but they was younger than us. So little dudes walk up on us with the little swords. You know how had the little curved knives? They used to walk around with them when they first came. Mobb Deep used to walk around with them little motherfuckers.
Me and Game don't have a problem.
That's dope to hear.
Me and Game don't have a problem. It's just like, I feel like I've grown. You get me? Like it's not like Game in the Black Wall Street no more, you feel me? Like it's Compton Minutes now. So it's like I've did everything I could do with the Black Wall Street, and with that, I'm a different entity now. So it's kind of like us coming together doing business.
They walk up on us. My Prodigy and Havoc don't say a damn thing, but somebody else says something like, Prodigy, I want to introduce you to Prodigy.
Oh, wow.
And Havoc, I want to introduce you to Havoc. Me and Havoc standing there by ourselves in the balcony of the hotel. We look up and these little dudes surrounding us, kinda. You know, they ain't like coming. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I look at this, I'm like, man, I'm not worrying about this.
Now, Men's Society, they pay me like 60 racks or something, something like that. And I remember I got the check and it was like 30 racks. They automatically took it out. I got a $30,000 check to be in Men's Society. Wasn't really. It was the movie look. It wasn't.
Who took the money out?
No, the check came to me.
Okay.
It's some I went and did. As I'm not making music. It was the for being in the movie.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm not making music. That's not a part of our music thing and nothing. I just went and got a little side hustle and did the So Chris went back and said that he told Teddy, he was like, you know, probably did the hype voice, like, man, they gave him 100,000. He ain't even blah, blah, something. And then Ted hits me up and was like, yeah, man, we heard you. I got 100 racks. And, you know, shit, I mean, you ain't doing the business right and blah, blah. I'm like, bro, we got a music company. Like, if I was to go off and be an actor or something, I'm not giving y'all a percentage of that. It's not music.
You had probably one of the most viral moments ever on the internet. And I happened to be there that day. Me and Glasses Malone was there because Glasses was signed to Cash Money at that time, so we was up there.
Yeah.
You know, when the whole thing about Bird in the car, right? Bird in the car. And you and Spider-Loc kind of ran up on the car or whatever.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as big a deal as people made it was.
Yeah,
but
that's
you
the
know,
internet for you.
Yeah, that's the internet
that turned it. You feel me?
because the internet turned around because me and Glass looked at each other and said, we both was there, man. There wasn't nothing like that happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I heard recently, and this was something that made me feel good because I'm all about unity and peace.
Yeah.
You and 40 Glock made amends.
Yep. I was at Vegas. You know, we got a spot out there. Shout out to Maserati J. He president of TSF right now. So, you know, shout out to Maserati J and my oldest son out there. So we always in Vegas a lot. So I'm out there with my boy Bob. We in the studio. And 40 Glock is a friend of his. So he like, man, what's up? Y'all niggas need to squash that cuz. I'm like, man, call 40 Glock right now. Called it. And chopped it up, squashed it.
The little nigga walked up. We talked a little and then Guru, Gang started coming, grabbed me and Havoc, and we pull us to the side like, man, y'all older, y'all cracking right now. Cause you know, this before Mobb Deep was popping. We was doing our shit. And Premier,
my boy,
grabbed the Mobb Deep, split it up, killed it, nothing. Later that night, we up in the motherfucking suite partying with the little niggas.
When you watch the 95 Source Awards, Bad Boy, you know, the Death Row opens it and kills it with that performance. But before Suge goes on stage, there's a Bad Boy performance, a medley where he had everybody there too, you know, Craig Mack, Total, Big, Little Kim Junior Mafia. But at the beginning of that, Puff's kneeling on the stage and he's saying this on the spotlight, you know, I live in the East and I'll die in the East. You know, now that's before Suge goes on stage. So I never had the opportunity to have this conversation with Suge. I hope, you know, that I will one day to find this out. But in my mind, I'm thinking like that might have been something, you know, that made him feel a certain way, you know.
Probably definitely kicked it off.
Yeah.
So we on Def Jam. We going back to this Prodigy and Havoc shit, right? That's a New York group. Now Mobb Deep popping. By the time we got to Def Jam, Mobb Deep is the shit, right? They building it up now. They starting to get bigger than we were, right? So Chris Lighty and his brother
Dave
high up in Def Jam, but he managed
before Violator
Mobb Deep.
popped off big.
He was
at
Mobb
Def Jam.
Deep's manager. See,
Oh, okay. So it was
we
some
signed
internal.
to Def Jam. Chris Lighty is high up in Def Jam. South Central Cartel, Havoc and Prodigy from the West Coast is signed to Def Jam, and Chris Lighty worked in there and he manages.
Niggas was mad, period. You know what I'm saying? Even
the ones you got,
even the ones I
you
put on.
Ain't that something?
Put a couple,
Probably was the
put
worst.
thousands of dollars in their pockets, you know, and then they mismanage their money and do they, you know, spent they how they spent it. But now, you know, you try to do something helpful, and here it is. It's a hindrance to you because you done put an uneducated person on that went and blew they and now it's your fault.
Niggas got the nigga mentality, you know what I mean? And like with me having the intentions of nigga everybody growing, everybody doing they and whatever they talent is, let's figure it out. You know what I'm saying? It don't gotta be music. You might be an executive. You might be whatever you could do. You know what I'm saying? And you could grow with this machine, but motherfuckers not realizing that, you know what I'm saying? And then it go back to the niggas developing hate because, all right, we got them in a mix, and motherfuckers seeing me, my shit gonna work. Cause I'm on this shit. I'm thinking about it day and night. My life dedicated to this shit. You know what I mean? And motherfuckers don't realize sometimes that I'm really slowing myself down for y'all niggas.
My DJ Mike T, you know, who had got a hold of one of his early mixtapes, you know, and he had a couple of disses on there, and he was talking about Compton's Most Wanted and NWA and whatever. I really didn't pay any attention to it, you know, because at that time I was going on my second album. I consider myself to be a legitimate artist. It was friendly banter, if you ask me. But being in the times of gang violence and Crippin' and Blood at its highest, it was looked upon and it was took on as the role of a gang beef.
My niggas who I'm running with are now involved in a murder, death, kill, all-out war with niggas that's affiliated with Ted. So Ted and them, they tell me one day, they like, if we see them and you with them, we ain't gonna try to miss you.
I put out a song on my first record. And like I said, I hadn't even met Quick or hadn't known him or whatever, but I had a song on my first album called Death Wish, and the song had a couple of lines in there to where I had mentioned being quick on the draw, quick with my pen. But the references into what the line was made his counterparts go, he's dissing you, because he said quick. You get me? And that's just how it began.
That was the type of shit I was on, you know what I'm saying? Like, cuz bite my shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it was, man. But I don't know. I just wish we did, you know what I mean? We could have, you know what I'm saying? I just would have said, you make Crip Hop like my J.O. Felony. I never would have said nothing.
We cool with Master P, like, no disrespect.
Hey, man, let me tell you something, nigga. Let me tell you something about P, nigga.
Yeah, man.
That's the first nigga that ever came out of his motherfucking trailer and handed me $100,000, nigga. And then asked me for sheesh. Me and P was good friends, bro. Straight up, before all this bullshit. He was the that told me my homies was tripping when my homie got killed at my video. In the hood, I had him in the hood with me. That right there, man, I mean, you know, a lot of shit, but hey, we men, I was wild then. You know what type of I was then. Everybody knew what type of I was.
But you just spoke on some shit.
I ain't hold nothing. If I gotta tell you, I'ma tell you. That's what I was then, but now everybody don't deserve that. You feel me?
So pretty much just the average tale of running back talking about some shit he don't know, telling somebody something and kicked up a whole bunch of dust.
Man, I made way more money.
That's pretty much.
I made way more money after that than I did before all that. If the best was yet to come, they had no idea I was finna go on a run, and they jumped ship.
What you gonna do when the whole crew come through knocking on you? Huh? So what the fuck?